here with Tate Hudson from Yukon Gear and Axle, and we're going to take a deeper dive into the Yukon Gear and Axle Zip Locker. Now Tate, this is a selectable locker. You can turn it on and off.
Correct.
100% traction or 100% open. I mean, this is the jack of all trades. So let's get deep into this. What makes the Zip Locker different than any other selectable locker out there?
Well, it's an air selectable locker, which is very similar to many other selectable lockers. But the Yukon Zip Locker we have engineered, again, to be stronger than it could have been. So the Zip Locker in most cases uses a 4-pinion design instead of a 2-pinion design. You're dividing the torque a lot more evenly. It's still on-demand traction, so you're driving on the street, you don't need it, you turn it off and it drives just like it did before you put anything in. You go off-road and at the push of a button, both tires are locked up 100%, you got all the traction you could need. In a tight spot, you can turn it off again, navigate that tight spot, and then flip it back on as soon as you straighten out. The selectability and choices is what really makes it stand apart from any other type of locker.
So now off-road, I'm immediately thinking of driving up a loose hill climb that you have an obstacle in the center that you've got to navigate around. And on a traditional automatic locker where it's going to be locking in and out as you're on and off the throttle, you get off the throttle to get around that obstacle, you get back on the gas, it now locks in, you break traction, and all of a sudden you have a failed hill climb.
Right.
Where with a selectable locker, you can lock it in. Now you're 100% locked in all the way to the top, around that obstacle and up, because you're not locking and unlocking that differential. So that really makes this the ultimate when it comes to a locking device. So now that was off-road. So where else is this applicable? I mean, let's say a Mustang or Camaro. You've got a lot of power into it. You want to put that traction to the street, but you don't want to have something as simple as, let's say, a limited slip differential.
Well, if you're looking for extra traction, limited slips are something that you can overpower. When it comes to a locker, it's 100%. In those applications, you want to turn it off so you can drive around the street, and if it's your street strip cruiser, that's a nice thing to have. You don't have to deal with those negative characteristics of an auto locker or a limited slip not giving you all the traction you need at the track. So there are many applications where having a selectable locker is a great option to have.
So the selectable locker, you do need an onboard air source to operate it. So whether that be a power tank, a compressed air tank, or it be an onboard compressor. But there's many times that you actually could use that extra air besides just locking this in and out, whether it be beach balls, air mattresses, airbags.
Airing up tires.
I can see this being real handy even for the guys who tow their boats around, launching a boat, pulling it back out on that slippery boat ramp. Being able to lock this in is going to give them that extra traction.
Now these are a great option for towing vehicles where an automatic locker is not so great. It's kind of pushing you around. This that you can turn on and off. It's really nice to have when you have a big tow rig and you need that extra traction and you just can't get it conventionally. At the push of a button, you can get yourself out of many situations.
And being a selectable locker, this is going to lock in 100%. When you turn it on, it is now a full spool. But the great thing is when you shut it off, it is an open differential. It is open, 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 just like a factory open vehicle driving down the road.
Exactly. That is what the Zip Locker does when it makes the difference. We have these available for Super Duties, older Dodges with Dana applications, off-road vehicles, on-street vehicles. The range is wide. The choices are great.
So if you have more questions about this product, we'll leave them down in the comment section below. We'd be happy to answer them.